Are you wondering whether it's possible to design a custom Showit website in a day? Come along. I'm going to take you behind the scenes on my website in a day process. A few things to note if you are a designer thinking about implementing a website in a day service. One, custom sites are really hard to achieve in a day. I am attempting it with this particular one, but the client also has flexibility. So it's not, if it goes over a day, that's okay. Two, I've designed over 40 websites in a day. So my process is very, very streamlined. And that is also going to make a difference in how quickly I can do this. Um, so also let me know if you guys are interested in what I have clients do prior to website in a day. I'll briefly go over it, but if you want me to like give you the deliverables and stuff, comment website in a day below and I will create a resource for that. But prior to this day, I have them fill out my brand questionnaire so I know who their ideal client is. I know kind of their vibe, their, what, not just about their business, but about how does their ideal client act, think, that type of thing. So brand questionnaire, Pinterest board, that gives me a really good idea of, especially if I have no idea who this client is, I've never worked with them prior. I don't know what their really brand, like what colors they are gravitated towards, that type of thing. So I lead them through my mood board process. And if you guys want to go through that, comment training below. I'll also link the free training and I take you through kind of the process that they go through. So they have that all done, the mood board. They've created their colors, their fonts, they have their copy delivered to me, they have their photos. So everything is set up for me so that I'm not like scrounging around trying to find everything. So now the first step when it comes to a Showit custom website, you have certain templates you can use. And so I just picked a random template. It doesn't really matter because I'm not going to at all design what the template looks like. But if you really want to do a Showit website in a day service, I would say, and so I start with customizing templates. And so you have to put at the bottom, website designed by Elizabeth McCravey or whoever designed it. But then you say template customized by, and you can put your name and link it, helps your SEO, all the good white hat SEO tactics. So that is my word of advice, but let's flip the screen and kind of take you behind the scenes as to what we're going to do. So I had the client go through my mood board challenge and they haven't figured out their logo, which is fine. Especially with a service-based business, yes, you ideally want to have your logo figured out prior to the website, but if I'm being honest with you, a lot of clients that come to me for website and day, they are new in their business and they don't have their colors, their fonts, their logo copy, which is why I guide them through prior to the day, getting all that stuff together. But usually there's something that's not perfected. And in this case, the logo is not perfected. That's fine. So she just put her logo ideas instead of the variations. And then we have the fonts and then color. And so down here, usually they just put like inspiration in general. She put with website inspiration. And so I just kind of look it over and just say, okay, based on the questionnaire, does the color palette fit with their ideal client? In this case, it does. And I told her that. Fonts, they look good. So then it's going into Showit. And if you have never been in Showit, well, you probably should prior to designing a website in a day. I chose just this simple template because, again, this is one of the templates I can work off of and design a custom site. And then I'm going into, the first thing I do is go into design settings. And I'm putting in those colors, which I already did, and I'm putting in the fonts. So I've already added the font. No, I did not add the font yet. Okay. Cabin normal. We'll increase the size a little bit. She wants highly legible. That's good. Okay, so then I'm going to do the subheading or the H2, that cursive font. I don't always love doing that, but it is what it is. Also, as a little like side note, when you're doing a website in a day, you cannot overthink things. Like you just have to like make a decision and move forward with your life. And it's the hardest thing for website designers because a lot of them are perfectionists. So if you're a perfectionist, I would not say that this service is a good one for you to add on. Because you just have to like be like, looks good and go forward. And what I tell all my clients is progress is better than perfection. And so I just really try to encourage them to get their website up and running, get it to start ranking on Google for them, start their blog, and then they can make updates because at the end of my website a day, I do an hour training, which I record. If I didn't record, it would be very overwhelming for them. And during that training, they learn how to make all the updates that they need on their website. So I would just say go into Website in a Day with the mentality of this is not going to be perfect. They will need to make some changes, whether that's updating photos, changing some of the copy, those being the minimal ones, big changes being design, which ideally you don't want them to have to do any design changes, but there will be changes that need to be made. So right now I'm just uploading that custom font. You have to do a WOF file. So I'm getting that all in there. I'm going to title it Right Wall, add custom font. Super easy to add custom fonts. Just make sure the client has paid for it if it's a not free font. And then we can put that here. And that you really need to get this all done prior because it does obviously dictate the whole design. So generally, when I'm doing a website in a day, I spend about 6 hours total designing a 3 to 5 page website. 3 if it's custom, 5 if I'm able to work with a template. The bulk of my time is spent designing the homepage. So I just spent almost 2 hours creating that custom homepage. From here on out, I can duplicate the homepage and make small changes. Not only does that help keep it cohesive, but allows me to get it done quicker. And it's just the easiest way to do it. So I will start to do that, duplicate, and then add different types of sections on like the about page as I see fit. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm going to take a quick break, eat some food, and then dive back in. So day is done. And despite having done so many of these, anytime I do a Showit website, it takes longer. And anytime I do a custom website, it takes longer. So I did not accomplish the full website design in 6 hours. But I did get all the bones of the website done. So we have the home page, the about page. This is pretty typical for my website in a day. It's a little bit more than my website in a days, but services page, and then blog is just a template, and then contact. So what I will need to spend some extra time on is mobily optimizing the website, because if you know anything about Showit, it's completely separate on mobile, which is very annoying. As you can see, this is like, what is this? It's terrible. So I will need to go in and mobily optimize everything, as well as go into the SEO settings of every page. I kind of started doing this a little bit, but put in the page title and the meta description. I need to do a little bit more SEO research. If you are interested in learning more about how I do SEO research, I will link my free training below. But yes, I need to do that, mobile, and then I need to hop on an hour, usually it's like about 45-minute call with the client, just to show her how does she make updates on her website, how does she add testimonials, that type of thing. So that is Website in a Day in a nutshell. I have it pretty streamlined, and at the same time, it's always ever changing and ever evolving. This is more than I usually do. If I'm doing a custom website, I'm doing 3 pages, but I love this client. I've been working with her. I've worked with her in the past. She paid a little bit extra. So that's why it's going over the normal allotted time. Let me know if you guys have any questions about my Website in a Day process. And I am also going to be creating a little thing for website designers who are interested in pivoting to Website in a Day. So if that is you, stay tuned. That is coming out this year, 2025, and in March or April. So can't wait to show you what's going on there.